What's going on, people? Today we're going to be doing Big Six show. You guys already know we got the Big Six teams. We got Tottenham. Not really shouldn't be there, but what are you going to say? We got Liverpool, Man City, Arsenal, Chelsea, and what are we going to do? We're going to just get into it. And guys, you already know what to do. Subscribe and hit that like button. But here, we're going to cue that intro. Yes. So what's going on, everybody? I got some wonderful guests with me today, and there's two people running a little late, but it's okay. We got Monster and Maya are going to be coming through to represent Chelsea and Tottenham. And right now, I got Callum with me. Callum, what's good, bro? Tell people where they can catch you.
Yes, I'm Callum. You can catch me on Team Kopish. Thanks very much for having me on, bro. Much appreciated. Thanks for squeezing me in.
Big up, bro. Big up. You know what it is? I like what you guys do at Kopish, and you know, Liverpool fans are always on my case, but you guys are very respectful. So big up to you guys, bro.
Appreciate it. Thank you, bro.
Thanks. And then we got Yan. Yanak. What are you saying? I know Man City. It's a rare sight to fan City fans. I'm not making fun of you right here because I know you've been telling me you've been City fan your whole life, basically. But sometimes it's a rare breed. But it's nice to have you on. What are you saying, Yan?
Yeah, I'm fine. You can catch me on Twitter at Yanako with 3 A's or on YouTube, Yan City ENT.
There you go. And then you guys already know Neeks Sport. Big up to Neeks. What are you saying, bro?
She was only a Man City fan and she stopped supporting Man United. Just get that right. I don't know why she did it, but it is what it is. But yeah, obviously you can find me everywhere, Neeks Sports, all the social media.
There you go. So yeah, what I was gonna do was the way we're gonna do this is we're gonna lay it out. We're just gonna talk about every single team out of the top 6. We're gonna talk about the big 3, the big 6, and then we're gonna obviously talk about the smaller part of those 6, which I don't wanna get out Maya yet, but she's not here. So yeah, obviously I'm talking about Spurs. But yeah, so let's just look at the fixtures. So first things first, some of these fixtures, close your eyes, guys. You got Liverpool with the 7-2, Everton draw, Sheffield United win, West Ham win, and then the draw against Man City. Then you also got Chelsea. You know what's going on with Chelsea. I don't even really need to go through it. But the Manchester United game is that game in the middle where you're going to see. Next, we got Manchester United. 6-1 stands out right away. The moment you see that 6-1 and you're like, wow.
No, man, the 4-1 stands out for me.
Then you got Tottenham. Obviously, for them, what stands out is a 6-1 win also. But the West Ham game was a crazy one. All of us probably watched that. And it was a crazy last-minute 3-3 draw. Arsenal, the less spoken about, the better right now. The less spoken about, the better. And then you got Liverpool's results again. I don't know why. And then City's results, of course. City, nothing really shocking about City's results besides the fact that they haven't been scoring a lot of goals. But yeah. Now, we're going to talk about each of our teams. I'm going to start with Man City because they are facing Spurs this weekend. And Pep Guardiola has been the big talking point, guys. We're going to get to Liverpool and Manchester United and everything going on with them. I got a little ad for you, Callum, for Liverpool. Just look at that list of injuries.
Oh, bro.
So we're not going to talk about it right now. We're going to get into
that. That hurts.
It's okay. You know what? This is a good segue. We're going to talk about injuries, but first we're going to talk about Manchester City. Manchester City had a lot of injuries, Jan. Tell me a little bit about Man City's season so far and what's been going on, because as a rival, we don't know too much about. We don't know what it is as a fan of another club, how they're experiencing it. So as a Man City fan, how are you experiencing your season so far?
I think we started very slowly. 1 second.
Okay.
Sound not great. But yeah, I think we started really slowly. And then obviously we did have quite a lot of people out at the beginning. Like, we still have problems with our defense. And I think if you look at the results before Ruben Diaz and after Ruben Diaz, it's there's a big difference in performance. So I think defensively we weren't great. Going forward, we looked a bit tired. There was no preseason. We haven't been scoring as many goals as we normally do. As you can see in the results, we've got a draw, then a win, then a draw, then a win, then a draw. So it's quite consistently bad, I would say. But I don't think it's as bad as people think, because everyone's saying, City are done, they're not going to win the league. But it's interesting because I think if we win our game in hand, we're on the same points as Chelsea. So I don't understand how Chelsea are in a title race and we're finished when we could be on the same points with the same wins, same draws, and same losses. But I think it's early days. I don't think you can predict this title race anytime soon. I think it's going to go on. Yeah, we do. But yeah, I think we could have started a lot better. But when you take into account our injuries that we had at the beginning, we had no striker. That's why we weren't scoring as many as we would normally. I think if we have a fit Aguero, these games don't end 1-0, so, or even in a draw. So I think that's affected us. But yeah, we'll see what happens. It's early days.
I'm glad you mentioned Aguero as the striker that you need, not that other fraud.
Oh,
that fraud. Listen, I got a Jesus agenda. I'm bringing it to every channel that I touch. The guy is not good enough. He's not good enough. And for me, he gets a pass. No, he's not. Trust me, Callum. I'm telling you. Man City score 100 goals a year. He's bound to get goals. So you can't just look at the stats and like, oh yeah, but he scored 20. Yeah, because he plays in the Champions League, and the only team that they play of any note in the Champions League is like Shakhtar Donetsk every year. Every other team is some dead team. Even sometimes they get knocked out, Leon. And the guy, like, okay, take the Liverpool game, for example. He scores that good goal. I give him credit for that. Like, whether you want to think some people might think it was a bit lucky in terms of the turn. I don't know. He's Brazilian. He might have meant it in. I give him that. But then the second half, he has that free header to score. Now, a clinical striker who's going to win you the league puts that away. He will get you top 4 if he's your main striker all season. He ain't winning the league. That's why I'm comparing him to, I know it's harsh, Aguero, because that's what his backup is. So when Aguero's not there, he needs to step up into that level. And for me, he's never going to be that guy. When he came to City, people were like, oh yeah, Aguero's done. So Jesus is taking his space. And Aguero just said, all right, all I have to do is press on and get my position back. And he just ran around a bit more, a few more kilometers a game. And he's back in the team. So I'm glad you mentioned Aguero, not Jesus.
Callum, tell us about that game you guys played.
The Man City game. So it was literally a game of two halves. So I'll be honest, I went into the game thinking I think we could do this. And when the game started, and we looked really good. I'm happy Klopp went with a 4-2-3-1 because I think that was a good antidote for how Pep's teams like to play out from the back. Plus, I always said that if Firmino plays as a 10 against Man City with Rodri, who's the holding midfielder, it will take away a lot of their ability to play out from the back and to spread the play and to get more players involved and for the midfield to get a hold on the game. So I think that was a stroke of genius from Klopp. What I will say, though, it looked like we ran ourselves into the ground that first 35, 45 minutes. And we just couldn't get ourselves back into the flow of things. I think we defended well, considering all the issues we've had. But I think attacking-wise in the second half, I think Klopp got it wrong with his tactics. And I think that affected us. I think going 4-4-2 with Shaqiri on the right, I just don't think worked. But I have to give credit where credit's due. Man City played well and they came back into the game. Considering how the game started, we could have been a few goals up. Didn't take our chances apart from the one. And obviously, if you play Man City, you've got to have a lead if you're going to get points. You're not just going to beat them 1-0 unless they have a really off day. And they got players like Jesus, Sterling, De Bruyne who can make something happen. So, and plus, obviously, they missed a penalty, so kind of got a bit of stroke of luck there as well because De Bruyne doesn't often miss. So all in all, I'm not upset with the draw. I wanted the win, but going to the Etihad and getting a draw, considering how we played there over the last few seasons and the results we've got, I'm all right with that.
Okay, can I start? Sorry, you said 4-2-3-1. It looked more like a 4-2-4 for me. Like it was real gung ho. I was like, that's it for me anyway.
That was a FIFA lineup. Let's be honest. Let's be honest.
No, I was happy Klopp did that. I was happy. As
an FPL manager, I was happy, but hey, I'm not gonna lie to you. What do you call it? When it comes to Liverpool, City, to me, they're the top two, and everyone else is fighting for that next spot. Let's be honest. But City this season, if we can just talk about City for one more minute, they haven't scored enough goals. When you look at the actual goals scored this season, I just showed you guys the fixtures that they had. They did not score that many
once.
goals this season. They had one goal against Leeds, one goal versus us, one goal versus West Ham, one goal versus Sheffield United.
They
one
haven't
goal
scored more than
Liverpool.
Crazy.
once since they
So,
to
more than-
Leicester 5.
Yeah, Leicester.
Like 5-2. Yeah, lost to Leicester 5-2. It's the only game. Well, since then they ain't scored. And it's like, what, we've got 2 in
Neeks is something else.
I'm just saying it. Listen. Someone mentioned, I think Down said earlier. He said, "No, so Yannicka, if you win your game in hand, you'll be, level with Chelsea." That's what it is. When you're at the top, people are looking for reasons to bring you down. So I'm looking for reasons to bring you down. And when you're at the bottom, people are looking for reasons to push you up. So you start saying, "Yeah, Chelsea, they're gonna win the league. Aston Villa might even do it." Like we're clutching. I'm not lying, we're clutching. And I'll take what I can there, Southampton for the title.
Yeah, and we got a late edition. Elite KJ's in the house, Manchester United fan. You guys already know what it is. Mr. Vibe FC, the leader of the resistance in the house.
Oh, come on, Pastor KJ of the Church of Vibes and that as well. You already know the titles, bro.
Yes, sir. And I know you, KJ. You're going to get right onto the man. Pep Guardiola. Tell me about him, bro. Because we're still on Manchester City.
Yeah, I said it. I think yesterday or the day before on Man's channel, innit? His cycle at Manchester City is done, man. He's not the guy that Man City need to take forward now. I feel like it's time for him to move on for the good of everybody. The good of Pep, go somewhere else, go win more titles. Good of the players. They're probably sick of his bald head telling him what to do by now. You know what I'm saying? Like it's true, man. Like, you got Thomas Muller coming out and saying, "Yo, he's a great coach in that," but we were sick of him by the end of it. But yeah, like I feel like Man City are in this period now where it's a period they've never been in before, where it's a championship winning side on the decline, a side that needs refreshing, a side that needs rebuilding and a new face and a new image. And I don't think Pep. I personally don't think that Pep's the guy to do that personally. You know what I'm saying? Do I still think they're a quality team? Yes, they're still a quality team. Is Pep still a quality manager? Yes, Pep is still one of the best managers in the world. But sometimes in life that some things just come to an end. I just personally feel like Man City and Pep, it's the perfect time for him to move on and go forward in a different venture and try something new. New.
Okay, so we're gonna have a smooth transition of power here, unlike America. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about Liverpool here. Now, Liverpool were champions-elect last year. Before it was decided, a long time before it was decided, even after they lost to Watford and they lost to other teams, we knew they were going to win. But this year, it's a completely different story, guys. They've come into the season and they've been hit with the injury bug, consistently hit with the injury bug, to the point where I have a list of injuries I can show you guys right here. I think this was made by Bleacher Report, okay? This is from Mo Salah getting COVID-19. Alexander. It just takes up the whole list of injuries. And, I'm not wishing ill on anybody. But guys, I feel like we've told Liverpool fans consistently, we feel like squad depth is an issue. And Callum, I'm going to let you answer this. Were you one of those people who were saying it didn't matter? Or were you one of those people always calling for it?
No, I was calling for squad depth. Going into the summer, I said that we needed a minimum of 4 players. I think we needed a left back, which is what we got. We needed a centre back, regardless of whether Lovren stayed or left. And he obviously left, so it made it even more desperate. Thiago, the moment we're linked with Thiago, you have to go and get him. He's a world-class player. And then I say we did need that forward who could compete with Firmino, Salah and Mane, competitively compete with them. And we got that in Jota. However, that centre-back position is the one that really left a bitter taste in my mouth. Dare I say it, backup goalkeeper as well. I don't want to say too much about Adrian, but, the proof's in the pudding there, innit? And he ain't covered himself in glory. But yeah, squad depth for me was a big one going into this season because I knew everyone would be gunning for us and chasing us, and to keep everyone fit continuously is very difficult, especially in the Klopp system and the way he likes to play. He's very intense as a manager. We are very intense as a team. You're bound to pick up injuries. However, I did not expect this to happen. What's happening now, I'll be honest, I think all the managers got together at the end of last season and they participate in a ritual of some sort. And
nah. Don't blame this on. Listen, don't blame this on no rival judge, fam. You know what? I'll tell you what.
I'm telling you, I think something's happened behind the scenes.
Well, listen, Callum, I'll tell you what judge this is from. I'll tell you what, Judge. This has got nothing to do with rival fans. This is your man, Judge. You know why? Because you man sold your souls to the devil after 30 years of barrenness. You got your trophy, and he's like, all right, cool. Time for reparations and recompense. That's what it is, man.
You say these are the sacrifices. These are the sacrifices.
You made a deal with the devil. You got your claim. You got your prize. Time for him to take what's his.
It's worse than that. They sold it to the Corona gods, and that's why they won the COVID championship, which they won, and they come to collect. Mo Salah, get over here. Thiago's Alcantara, come over here.
Let me show you guys this. This is no fear. People come to Liverpool and they're like the champions of last year, and we are not going to fear you. We have a target on your back. Everton came for the first time in years. We've seen Everton give them a game at their ground. Then you see Sheffield United came, gave them a game. West Ham came, gave them a game. Obviously, we know about Aston Villa. We'll get back to that. And then Manchester City, obviously that game was a game that ended up as a draw. After 60 minutes, I felt like that game was dead. But hey, looking at those results, this is not the Liverpool of last year that everyone was scared of during the tunnel.
Can I ask Callum a question? Because, start before a ball was kicked, you said you needed 4 players. So a left back, a forward, a centre back, and what was the other position that before?
Thiago, just Thiago.
Thiago.
Okay, because you heard about that earlier. Cool.
Yeah.
Do you think that, because I think you need a centre back, as you said, regardless of Lovren leaving. When Lovren left, then 100% you should have got one.
Yeah.
But do you think the signing of Thiago, because of the position that he can play in, meant that the centre back was no longer priority in the sense that Fabinho can play there and Thiago can fit into his position?
Yeah, it was a bit of a lazy move by us, if I'm going to be honest. And don't get me wrong, as a 4th choice, I actually do think Fabinho is a better centre back than Lovren. Lovren is by trade a centre back, but Fabinho is a better player than Lovren and a better centre back. So I
it's like last season with Man City when they were playing Fernandinho instead of
exactly. Yeah. But that's where my frustration was, because it's like, what's the saying? You're smart if you learn off your own mistakes, but you're wise if you learn off others. We saw it happen to Man City. Like, we couldn't have asked for any more of an inclination as to what can happen when you lose your top centre back. It happened to our biggest rivals. It's happened to us, and we just didn't address it. But don't get me wrong, even if we had lost Virgil and still bought another centre-back, with the other injuries we've had with Matip and Gomez, the problem isn't Virgil, because that injury to Virgil was a freak accident. Well, not an accident. Jordan Pickford doing Jordan Pickford.
No. You just said it perfectly, bro. Why are you changing it?
It wasn't. It's Jordan. No, it wasn't. It was a freak situation, but Jordan Pickford was Jordan Pickford. The problem has always been Matip and Gomez. They can't stay fit. For love nor money, neither of them can stay fit. Like, Joe Gomez is arguably probably our most unlucky player in terms of the injuries he's had. They've been horrific injuries. So for me, it was always a case of we need a set.
Too much half food and too much.
Matip is. I don't know what it's like. He walks and something goes in it. It's like, but he's quality when he plays.
I was gonna ask Jan, as a title contender, what were you saying going into the season? Did you think Liverpool were going to give you guys a big problem, or did you have confidence now that you see their injuries?
I think obviously I've said the last 2 seasons before a ball's been kicked that Liverpool have a good chance, but because of the lack of squad depth, if they get 3 or 4 injuries, they will really struggle. To be honest, like, we've had a lot of injuries over the past few years. Like, last season, obviously Laporte went out. That's our defense done because we didn't replace Company. You know, we've had De Bruyne was out for a full season. You know, we've had that. Leroy Sané last year, obviously, he was to his lead, but he was out with the same injury as Van Dijk. So it can happen. And, you know, big games like Anfield, well, not even Anfield because we don't win that, but against Liverpool at home, Leroy Sané has scored the winner in a few of them games. So even him being out was a big thing for us. So yeah, I think I've always said if they'll get injuries, they'll struggle. But when they went and bought Thiago, I thought, they might actually buy what they need.
What is that? Firmino has COVID.
That's apparently.
Oh no, I'm done. I'm done. Sorry, no, I'm done. If that happens, I'm done. I'm done.
The source is Brazilian insider. I don't know.
Yeah, we can't trust the thing, fam. They're just stirring up noise.
Okay.
Nah,
Sorry,
if that's the case, I'm done.
Carry
I'm
done.
Just scrap internationals. This is too dangerous with everything that's going on. Just scrap
I'm
internationals.
done, man. Enough's enough, man.
Oh, man.
Who do I need to apologize to? Who's the big? Who's the higher power?
Void the season. You have your players back. Void the title last year.
Oh
you
my
need that goalkeeper
God.
to do what he did last year. What did he do last year? Remember that guy, the old goalkeeper you guys had back in the day? He said he had to go on your
Oh, wait, we on the post.
Something like that.
Oh my God, guys. Let's be honest. Liverpool has been going through some struggles with injuries, but there haven't been a lot of injuries with Manchester United, but it's been a lot of other issues. We're gonna move on to Manchester United.
Wait. Before we move on to my team, let me just say this here. I got no sympathy for these Liverpool man. You know why? Because when everyone else had injuries, no excuse. Man City had injuries. They should win the league anyway.
But they're £1 billion. They're £1 billion.
No, Callum, listen to me. Your fan base, yeah. You guys are a cult blood. It's really mad. Like, listen, I told you something, man. Literally, whenever something bad goes wrong for another team, you guys will give them no excuse, no sympathy, no nothing. As soon as you guys, as soon as Van Dijk, as soon as Gomez, but look at our players are. No, I don't care, bro. You're the champions of England. Prove that you're the best team in England by retaining the title anyway, bro. I don't want to hear but we're underdogs again. No, you've never been underdogs, fam.
We're not underdogs.
You guys are underdogs. If I hear this underdog talk, I'm gonna lose it, fam. Like,
no, we're not underdogs. We're not underdogs.
You man need to go win the title regardless, fam. Done.
We can all take notes from Liverpool fans, though. 1 second. We can all take notes from Liverpool fans. They keep everything in-house. They got problems. They don't bring it out for everyone to see.
It's real.
No, it's true. But it's not that I have an issue with. It's the way they attack everyone else for all their issues, fam. Like, well, if you're gonna keep your information in-house, shut up about everyone else, innit? Leave us alone.
But Bo, let's be honest. It's like when you're with your missus. You might have an argument indoors, but the moment you step outside, you got to back her, innit? Like, even if you don't agree, if she's arguing with someone, you got to back her, innit? And then when you get back in the car, you're like, you put me in a sticky one.
But the way you stick it on rivals, or a team that likes to keep it in house, the way you stick it on other man. Yo, listen. How are you expecting everyone to feel sorry for you when you gotta stick it on people, fam?
No, I understand. I get that. But you lot are like Jerry Springer, so we just sit back and watch, innit?
I'm embarrassed.
Oh, that's fair enough, fam.
That could be connected.
I actually do. On a serious note, though, I feel really sorry for this whole Pogba thing, and I'm not going to sit here and say I'm a big Pogba fan in terms of his footballing stuff. Like, as a person, I genuinely have no problems with Pogba. I think they really blow out of proportion with his attitude and stuff. Like, they use buzzwords around Pogba, which I don't like. When it comes to him as a footballer, I reserve my opinion there because I don't rate him as highly as other people do. But the scrutiny he gets, like even what Mason Greenwood's going through now, it needs to stop. Like, we need to take a step back and think these are human beings first and foremost. They provide us entertainment, but when you've got a 19-year-old talking about he's not happy, you need to stop and you need to address that before it gets worse, because it's real what happens to people. Like, without going into detail, we need to look after these people. Like, they're people at the end of the day. So that's what I will say.
Let me just say on the Pogba one, I think obviously we know the hype that he came with, 90 million, world record fee, all that kind of stuff. Big up Maya, Talksport.
Wait. Is that Talksport Maya we see?
It's a big up Maya.
Come on now, Talksport Maya. Talksport already telling her to get off this channel, fam. Look at the internet, fam.
Get Talksport to send you a new modem. Because
you know what I'm saying? Talksport are like, nah, you can't be on here. You're content with us now. You see, kicked her off on that.
Alan Brazil moving mad right now.
You know what I'm saying? Alan Brazil with the cut the internet.
Nah. Maya, you there?
She ain't there.
She's gone. Okay.
She ain't the big six line.
You know what? She's gonna be back in time before the video's over.
Yeah, what I want to say quickly is that the whole Pogba thing. So we know he came with the hype, and we know the media narrative around him. So you have to blame the media partly because they started a lot of the narrative. But my issue right now, right? No, they did. The media started a lot of the narrative around Pogba.
Yeah, you guys did the music video with Stormzy.
No, when I say the narrative, I'm talking about the negative. I'm talking about in terms of the buzzwords, etc. My issue right now is Man United fans. There's two factions, like massive factions around Paul Pogba, and a lot of things to do with Man United, but Paul Pogba in general, where you have what might call the Pogba FC, who think he can do no wrong, and anything that he does do wrong is someone else's fault. There's always an excuse for everything. But then you've got the Pogba out brigade, you might say, who feel that everything that goes wrong with the club, you pin it back to Paul Pogba. Or everything that Pogba does wrong is or around Paul Pogba, it's 100% to do with
That's
him.
a Liverpool fan, by the way.
So you get a new story that comes out. Which has been misquoted. But instead of holding your hands up and say, "Oh, you know what, my judgment on that was wrong. Sorry about that, Pogba. It's not your fault. They didn't be bad, and I was wrong with my judgment." No, they double down on it, and Callum comes back with the apple juice. They double down on it.
I tried to sneak out of you.
They double down on it, and they come harder for Paul Pogba. And I'm like, at what point do you just judge the man balanced like you judge many other players? There's two factions of Paul Pogba, the Pogba side, and I think it's just unhealthy. So if we're going to be honest, the best thing for Paul Pogba and Man United is to leave. I mean, we've been saying it for over a year anyway. I would love it to work out, but there's so many other mitigating factors, even off the field, that is just not conducive for it.
Listen, remember when he made those comments like, "Oh yeah, I want a new challenge."
That was last summer.
You know why he said that? Because them man promised him that he could leave. They said that he could go, and what did they go and do? Price him out of a move. Again, that's not the first time they do it to people. They've done it to Damian. They've done it to so many players. These pagans, listen.
It's not even
Jerry.
KJ. I'm gonna let you get back on this 1 second. I know when you talk about the football side of things, there's a lot of things going wrong, but I feel like when it comes to the media, there's something that's not spoken about that I think if we do speak about it sometimes, it doesn't get aired enough. The man is a black man, he's Muslim, and in football, he's an easy target based on his ethnicity and his culture. So I feel like that was embarrassing for what they did that time when he was in his car listening to Islamic music, Islamic readings, and they said, "Oh, what do you think about this?" And he's saying, "Oh, for me, a great new year is playing on the pitch and performing." What do you mean? Honestly,
that whole thing is very contentious. People see it as saying, "Oh, people are out misquoting Giggsy." People are saying, "Oh, now Giggsy's being Islamophobic." All I'm saying is, I don't care. Why are you even asking man the question in the first place? You know what I mean? It's such a dumb. That whole question, that whole segment was stupid, fam. But this is what I mean. Yeah, like Paul Pogba was said what he said because they said that he could leave and he was convinced that he was gonna go. Paul Pogba don't normally speak unless he's sure. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that he came out and said that, you already know the man told him that he could leave. Why do you think Riola was coming at United with a vengeance, fam? You know what I'm saying? Because he missed out on a paycheck, fam. He missed out on some peas, bro. So they outpriced him out of a move, and he's still here. Instead of kicking up a fuss about not getting his move, what did he do? He kept quiet preseason, trained hard, played preseason games. Unlike a certain man like Lukaku, who sulked, who moaned, who feigned injury to get his move. Which one's getting praised now?
Yeah.
Which one is getting the praise for performing well, and which one's getting crap thrown at him? It's not the guy who actually was professional, that's for sure. You know what I'm saying? People talk about Pogba's professionalism. Name me one thing he's done wrong that he's not been professional his whole career at United. They try and use dyeing his hair blue. Dye your hair blue.
There's reaches. There's a reach.
This is what I mean. They reach for Paul Pogba. If all you said was, for the money we bought for him, I wanted to see more, and I'm disappointed we didn't get to see the best Paul Pogba. That's fine. I'm fair with that. But from the moment every touch he does, every bad pass he does, every time he breathes, every time
there was a video that went out where he chased down in the France game and the cross came in, he slid in and blocked the cross. But the block or the interception didn't go like, into row Z. It fell to a guy on the edge of the area who danced past all these static other defenders. The caption, Paul Pogba, sad face. I'm like, the man busted the gut to get back.
He did the lunge. Yeah. He did the lunge to intercept, and then got up to try and body him, but realized, if I stick a leg out, that's a pen.
Let's bring it back to United, though. We already know. I'm sorry. Let me just finish. Listen, it's to a point now where Paul Pogba can do no right at this club, no matter what he does. He could score a hat-trick against Man City and Liverpool, and you still get people saying, he didn't do that for the last 4 years, so it's not good enough. You know what I'm saying? He needs to leave. He's a player.
And to feed that agenda, the worst thing that happened to him is Bruno Fernandes. I mean, the best thing for Man United is Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah.
But when Bruno Fernandes came and hit the ground running, the first thing was like, well, why can't Pogba do this? Now, for me as a Man United fan, I'm just like, thank God Bruno Fernandes. I'm not thinking about why couldn't Pogba do this, but that agenda started.
Yeah, the agenda started.
And now you just get people downplaying what Bruno did because they want to back Pogba, or people overhyping Bruno because they want to kill Pogba. I'm like, can we just enjoy Bruno and hope that Pogba plays good football?
I know it's mad. Like Paul Pogba is a player that thrives off love. You see it in the French national team. You see it when the players love him and the fans loving the player we get out of him. He's not a Wayne Rooney that feeds off the hate, that feeds off people shouting at him. So I don't see why fans thought, let's get on Paul Pogba's back like it's gonna work. He is a player that thrives off love. He deserves to be loved for the player that he is, and I hope he goes PSG, where they would adore him there. The fans will love him.
I think that's a weak move, to be honest. Unless he wins the Champions League there, I think that's a weak move.
Where else can you go? Real Madrid. Them man don't want him now. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not going to go where you want to go where you're going to be loved, because he ain't Man United. But anyway, what are your questions about Man United?
I wanted to look at what's actually going on at United, not just talk about Pogba, because I know Pogba is a divisive topic to talk about. And, it takes up
It's not divisive when you got sense.
That makes sense. Now, looking at these games, you got Everton where you guys won. That was a good win. You got the Arsenal game, obviously, where you lost. Chelsea game was a draw. Newcastle game where it started off shaky and then eventually you wiped the floor with them with 4 goals. And obviously the Tottenham game where the less said the better for you guys probably. Now going into those games, you guys could talk about it all day, but I'm gonna get Callum and Jan's opinion on what do you guys think of what's going on in United before we get the guys on, because I know they're gonna take all day once you get onto it.
I think they've just been very inconsistent. Because
yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Is TalkSport allowing you to be on now?
Is anybody else having problems with Virgin Wi-Fi today?
I was yesterday.
Awful. I'm so sorry. I'm here now. Hello.
Get TalkSport to send you a new modem and them kind of things.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, you should change your app to TalkSport Maya and that. You know what I'm saying? Come on now.
Congratulations, by the way.
Well done.
You came in just in time. We're talking about Manchester United, and we haven't mentioned the 6-1 yet, but hey, we're gonna get on to Callum, Jan, and Maya. What did you guys think about Manchester United's start so far? And let me just put it on the screen again before I get to. I'll leave it for Neeks and KJ to get onto it later. What are you guys saying?
Like I was saying, I think they've been inconsistent. I think there's a lot going on kind of behind closed doors. With Ollie, I don't know. The players seem to turn up for Ollie. So maybe there's not really a big issue in terms of the dressing room, but I think in general, they've been inconsistent. For example, they can go and beat like a PSG and then lose to Istanbul. And I know that's Champions League and it's a bit up and down.
It's a perfect example.
That's what happens, do you know what I mean? So I think with that inconsistency,
we can beat the mighty Everton, but lose to the
I think that's when they'll struggle. But I think I think it is early days. I think it's early days for everyone. So I don't think it's going to continue exactly the same for the rest of the season. I think Ole will get sacked. I hope not, but I think he will.
I think he will get sacked.
Shut up, man.
He was beaten 3 times last year. Pep Guardiola is on his back.
Neeks. She's speaking truth, though, fam. Let's not be like one of those children, fam. Come on now.
No.
And then I'll say this. I feel like what's happening here, it reminds me of what happened with Emery, where we did not sack him during the international break. We waited, we got smacked by Man City, and then we sacked him. So if this happens to you guys and they sack him 2 games from now, you should be more upset than the fact that they should have sacked him now if they were going to sack him. It shows you they have no plan. But I'm not going to get on this too much. I'm going to let Maya speak about that 6-1. Maya, what happened that day? No, because she sees more or less what happened with Man United in general. What do you think? Ever since that game, they have played a little better.
Yeah, definitely. I think they had to. To be honest, I don't think it could have got much worse. I don't really know what happened because as much as Tottenham were fairly good, I think that United team made us look a whole lot better than we actually were. And it's so confusing because, I mean, I know we saw a big result in international football with Spain and Germany, but when you've got a group of players such as the ones at United, I mean, they're all big names, you know, superstar players. How are you going and losing 6-1 to a Tottenham? Like, I've got to put some respect on my club, but we're not seen as one of the best teams in the league. We're certainly not. So I couldn't understand it myself. Obviously, I'm not complaining.
Jose Bin Laden destroying United again for the second time from that terrorist.
I'm still so confused by the result. I mean, 6-1 is a huge loss. Like, sorry to rub salt in the wounds, but I still can't get my head around it still now.
True. Callum, United.
Manchester United. What I will say as a Liverpool fan is that 6-1 defeat to Tottenham, I think you just write off. It's a blip. Ollie at the wheel, I think he's doing a fantastic job. Long may it continue. Give him time. You gave Fergie time. Give Ollie time. I think it will come good. And you just got to battle for it. I mean, that Everton result, the second best team in Merseyside, you put them to the sword. I say you keep him. I say you give him the rest of the season. You keep him there as long as he needs. You give him another 80 mil, 90 mil next summer. Boom. Ollie at the wheel, baby. Ollie at the wheel.
No, but
I quit as a Liverpool fan. I want rivals, and Ollie is the best man to challenge Klopp. I want to see it.
All right, KJ Neeks. Oh, floor is yours, bro.
Yo, are you gonna be quick?
I don't know. What you want to say?
Because I'm just saying, man's got to smoke, can it? But like,
nothing to say. We're 14th. It's been a bad season, and hopefully we beat West Brom next. Like, what can I say?
It's not how you start the race; it's how you end it. Give Ollie time.
All right, listen. Kind of that's true, but Ali ain't gonna be here to finish the race. Let's be honest now. These pagans, I'm gonna listen. You see these pagans at our club? We died a death. We died on the 1st of September 2020, fam. The end of that transfer window. That you write it off, write off the whole thing, fam. We are dead, fam. There's no ship. There's no remains. Yo, they took our coffin and exploded it and didn't even bury the remains, fam. We're just there on the street for all the dogs to come lick our bones, fam. Like, that's what it is. That's where we are with these pagans, fam. Them man are the leeches in the flesh. That's what they are, man. They're still alive. They're like cockroaches, fam. The nuclear bomb can go off and they'll still be here owning Man United, fam. This is what it is. They're going to own us for the end of time, and until they get got, them man are going to keep ruining us, and we're never going to win a title underneath them unless by some miracle, fam. The only way that we're winning titles under these guys is if they magically, for some reason, hire a guy that no one knows, and he turns out to be freaking Sir Alex Ferguson 2.0. That's what it is. Because there's no planning. There is no foresight. There is no strategy. It is hopes and dreams, and that guy looks good for money. Let's go buy him. He'll bring in search sales. Let's go buy him. Oh, the manager wants X-player. Nah, but Football Manager says he's got 20 concentration. He's only got 15 work rate. He's got 10 passion. We don't want him, fam. You know what I'm saying? Let's go get someone else. These idiots here need to get got. I'm sick of it. Viva la Resistance and Vibes FC. My Vibes FC is for the freaking team and the manager, innit? Like, I expect nothing from them. I just want you guys to play well. I just want to have a good time when I watch Man United. That's all I care about. You see them pagans upstairs, not you, Annika. You see them pagans upstairs, them man there. That's what Viva la Resistance, fam. That's what the resistance is for. Get those guys. I hope their lives are inconvenient. Yeah, I hope like every day they wake up and their tires are slashed or something. You know what I mean? Something is inconvenient.
AJ, hope they butt their toe on the bed.
You know what I'm saying? I hope they step on listen hard. I hope they step on plugs or something. You know what I'm saying? Like bare foot. Plug straight up into the foot bottom and like, listen.
Monologue. Wow.
Well, listen, I don't care about nothing. I don't want them to get hurt. I just hope they lose a lot of money and this life is just inconvenient, fam. Someone go slash their tires.
I hope they have to fly business class instead.
You know what I mean? They go from first class to economy or something. They're next to the crying baby and the old fat lady who's snoring, fam. I hope that's their life, fam. They deserve nothing.
I hope they buck up Heady One and Tion Wayne on the plane.
I hope they order vodka, and they get warm water instead. Fam. Pagans, fam.
When was the last time you bought a United kit? Because you're literally leading this. You don't buy kits. You don't buy nothing.
Oh, listen, I haven't worn a Man United kit since the Crystal Palace game. I haven't bought a Man United kit since the end of last, not even the end of last season, like during COVID lockdown, fam, when the shirts were cheap, fam. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do. I don't buy them when they're fresh. Are you mad? Give them 60 quid. I give you 30, fam. That's the max I will give you. But right now, I give them nothing, fam. You see my shirts on there? You see how you don't see any United shirts face fronting? They ain't getting no advertising from me, bro. None of that from me. You ain't going to see me wearing no Man United nothing, fam. You know what I'm saying? The closest you'll ever get is this. It's a red cup, bro. That's what you're getting from me.
Wow.
Hey,
wow. Sorry, Eagle. Sorry to cut you. I know this is. Yeah. I hope I'm not stepping on your toes with this question.
No,
but as an outsider to Man United, all seriousness now, and I might be really ignorant saying this, but when you guys say Ollie isn't being backed, is that because he's not getting who he wants, or is it because I don't see the money being an issue? Let me go. Okay, go on.
Yeah, because money's not an issue. Let's be honest. We bought man like Di Maria down the years. Pogba 90 million. Mkhitaryan gave Sanchez 400,000.
75.
Yeah, we gave Sanchez 400,000 a week. Arguably the biggest flop. Definitely Man United's history. I don't know, maybe in Premier League history, up there with Ali Dia. I don't know if you remember George Weah's cousin. But it's not about the money, because the money has been spent. We can compare that. But if you speak to every manager under Ed Woodward, including Fergie hasn't said it, but we saw after Ronaldo left the lack of investment. Now you can say, oh, you bought Kagawa for this much, you bought that person for, you spent at a time 20 million or maybe less than that on Valencia. Yeah, we lost Ronaldo. Like, you don't replace Ronaldo in Valencia. The lack of investment under the Glazers, and I would say then the mismanagement of funds under Ed Woodward is the reason why we say the manager hasn't been backed. You speak to Van Gaal, you speak to Mourinho, and the targets they actually wanted versus the targets they got. Mourinho's last transfer window is probably the epitome of it all. Forget even just the one that's just gone for Solskjaer, where we finished. So we won the Europa League and League Cup and the Community Shield in the his first year, came sixth, got into the Champions League through the Europa League. Second season, finished second behind Man City Centurions. And Jose is like, okay, I need another centre back. Bailly's always injured. Lindelof ain't as good as we first thought. I need another centre back. Then man, like, well, you got two centre backs already, which cost 60 million in total, and you've also got Rojo, Jones, and Smalling. Make do with it. That's the not being back, because he has improved the team 2 years in a row, and he needs another piece. Yes, you make mistakes in transfer markets, but you don't hear the Sheikh saying to Pep, you can't have another fullback. He's bought about 10 in the last 2 days.
He bought a goalkeeper. Got rid of him and bought another one.
So and then what did he get that year? He got Fred and he got Dalot and Lee Grant. And people were like, yeah, but he would have wanted, he accepted Fred. He didn't have to accept it. Yeah, when the option was nobody or Fred, you're not going to say, oh, I'll just take nobody and throw your toys at the pram. I mean, he did in the end, but you're going to take what you can get. Now, this summer with Solskjaer, the fact is we got Solskjaer and everybody and their son knew Solskjaer has no credentials as a world-class manager. So if he's going to be successful at Man United, whatever you look at successes, whether it's back-to-back top four finishes, winning a domestic cup, whatever it might be, he's going to need to be back. You can't give him a half-built squad and expect him to be Jose and get success. He is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He was managing in Molde. He got sacked by Cardiff for a reason. So you need to back him or you get rid of him because he's not going to be able to do the job that you want with a half-baked squad. He got us third last year. Whatever you want to look at it, oh, this team wasn't good, that team wasn't good. Regardless, he was the third best team in the league last year. Everyone said, cool, we got third, mitigating circumstances if you want to call it, but we need backing. He says, boss man, I need Grealish, I need a centre-back, and I want Sancho. Now, the issue is not even not necessarily getting Sancho. We wanted him. But for whatever financial reasons, whatever, you say we can't get Sancho. Say that in August.
Yes.
You had all the months of lockdown to plan this, and you wait until the last day of the transfer window to say, maybe Dortmund's not going to sell for 80. All right, here's Cavani, Tellers, Ama Traore, and Pelestri. Bear in mind, Ama Traore still ain't got a work permit, by the way. He's supposed to be coming in January. So it's the poor planning and the lack of really due diligence done in terms of getting targets. We didn't get Grealish. We got Van der Beek. Now, for me personally, I think it's understandable. Grealish was rated at 80 million. It's a lot of money to spend on Grealish when you want Sancho in the same window.
Yeah.
Van der Beek comes for half the price, quality player. We know he's not being played. That maybe speaks to Ollie's. There's a two things. Ollie's deficiencies as a manager in terms of he didn't get his first choice, so you need to get his second choice and see how you can fit him in, like Klopp has done with Jota, for example. But we know Solskjaer is limited in that way. But outside of the Van der Beek signing, we it's last minute FC supermarket sweep. Just drag it, put everyone in the trolley.
Wait, baby, sorry to cut in here. This is how stupid these men are. They sold Pelestri as a first team signing. They were saying, oh yeah, he's gonna go straight for the first team. He's good enough, blah blah blah. He gets here. Ollie's like, oh yeah, like he's gonna have to play reserves because he ain't ready for first team football.
So
this is how ridiculous this is. If you've got a manager,
can I jump in, guys?
We bought one first team player. We bought one first team player this year in Tellez, and he ain't even played basically for us.
End of discussion. We know the Glazers, Cronkies. We all know we're gonna get on them for the situation, but at the end of the day, we need everybody in our clubs, the boards, everybody working in conjunction and working to make the problems better. Always criticizing one person won't make it better, but at the same time, we all agree our owners at Arsenal and at Manchester United are not the greatest owners. Looking at Man City's owners, even Liverpool's owners lately have been amazing when it comes to hiring the right people. Right? Spurs, they don't
your
spend.
structure is good enough. Your structure is good.
The structure, what they have with Daniel Levy, none of our clubs have that. Daniel Levy at Spurs is probably the best in the Premier League when it comes to getting what he deserves and getting what he needs. He spent less money than what Nicolas Pepe is worth on this whole window at Spurs, and they brought in quality. Like now, I just want to
that's the point I was gonna make just after Knicks is that if you know Ollie's okay, listen, if you know Ollie's a crap manager, if you know he's crap, and it's not good, what do? You put the things around him to make him better, innit? They haven't changed the coaching staff. Them man are still here. McKenna's a youth coach. Phelan should be in Australia doing DOF for some random team. Carrick should again be coaching the youth boys, coaching buddies, but yet they're the main guys coaching, fam. And then we bring some man them from Cardiff, all this time at Cardiff. Are you serious? You're allowing this? This is what I mean. You haven't got the coaches around him. You don't have the DOF in place. You don't have the structure above him to be like, right, Ollie, you need to be doing X, Y, Z. I'm going to bring you X, Y, Z to bring in to implement those things because I know what I'm doing. You got none of that. All you've got is Ollie, this recruitment team that they've got that use Football Manager, and then Woodward making the decisions. What the hell is that, fam? I'm sick of it.
We're gonna segue away from that and go back to Daniel Levy and the point that I was saying. Now we can go on to Spurs, right? Spurs have been good this season so far. They've been quite decent, actually. I can't criticize them that much. Ever since Mourinho came in, they've looked like a better team. They beat Manchester United. That draw against West Ham. They beat Burnley last minute against West Brom. They beat Brighton also. Maya, tell us a little bit about your team.
The fixtures, the results, haven't really been against anyone too challenging. So not really getting ahead of myself. But you're right, we look okay. And I've been saying it for a while that those results that we've been getting, against West Brom, Burnley, Brighton, those types of teams. We weren't getting them last season. So yeah, it's refreshing to sort of have confidence in Tottenham again, because that's something that we lacked a lot towards the latter stage of Poch's reign, and even the build that Jose's been doing, we still haven't looked like a team that other teams are scared to play. And I feel like now Tottenham are starting to look like that, because we are getting those slippery results. We are managing to get 3 points from them. So yeah, not getting ahead of myself, but I'm happier than I was a year ago.
Okay. And then Yan, they face you guys next. What do you think about that?
You know what? Spurs is a hard one to predict, because Spurs have always been a bogey team for us. Like in my whole lifetime, they've always been a team that we have struggled to beat. So I would never go up against Spurs and think, yeah, we're going to get 3 points. But I think we need to be winning based off our results before. We need to get a run of wins together. But I think it could potentially be a draw, because I don't think the way City are playing, we don't look like we're going to score enough goals to beat Spurs. We have tightened up defensively, but we're still at risk from set pieces, because that's most of our goals are against us, are set pieces. So obviously they're bound to get a corner, they're bound to get a free kick. So I think that's where we'll be at our sort of worst in set pieces. But defensively, we're a lot better, from free play. So we'll see what happens. I'm not confident because we're away. But it's Spurs. It can be any result, really. Over the years, we go from like beating them 4-1 to losing 3-2, so, or 3-1 or whatever. So
yeah, I got 2 questions with this game to everybody. One, is Spurs in the title challenge this year, or is it too early to write them off? And 2, who's a better manager at the end of if their careers ended today, Jose Mourinho or Pep? And you can take either one of those questions and start. Who wants to start?
Spurs are challenging for the title because this season is a foolishness, so why freaking not? The freaking judge, man. And 2, who's the better manager out of Pep and Jose when they both retire? It has to be Jose, man. Man's won the Champions League with how many different teams, and teams that shouldn't win Champions League. He's won a treble. He's taken teams to where they shouldn't be. And to be fair, he should be known as a legend for being the first terrorist to manage Manchester United, fam. Yo, listen, I'm sorry, Jan, but Jose Bin Laden is gonna go and terrorize Manchester again, fam, and beat you, man. I can see it. But yeah, like Pep is up there with one of the greatest managers to have ever lived. But what he's done in terms of the teams he's done it at, I'm pretty sure if I went by a man could win the league with them, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure if I had that Barcelona team, man can make Messi false 9 and do tiki taka with them Spanish, man. He probably asked Del Bosque, yo, fam, how do you make this work, fam? Because clearly you got it working. And that's what it is, isn't it? Like Pep, again, one of the greatest managers to have ever lived, but I think Jose is slightly better in that department.
I think Pep is a great coach, and probably he's a better coach than Jose Mourinho. But in terms of manager and kind of surpassing expectations, I think Jose blows them out the water. They both got 2 Champions Leagues, but look who they got it with. One's got 2 with Barcelona, peak Barcelona. Granted, he got them there, but there were no mugs before he got there. They won it in 2006. Jose got it with bloody Porto, and he won the UEFA Cup the year before. And then he won with Inter Milan, beating Pep Guardiola's Barcelona en route to winning it, and that was something else. So I think for me, I know he won 6 trophies in a year with Barcelona, including obviously the treble that season. But I think his best achievement was actually defending the title with Man City, because that Barcelona side was supposed to win the Champions League. They were supposed to win La Liga. They were supposed to win. They were that good. But to come to England where I respected him before that, but a lot of people question, well, you can do it there, you can do it here. Can you do it in this, in the Premier League? And he won it once, and they said, well, you're supposed to win it. You spent, 100 million, whatever. And then he's done it again. He won it when he had proper challenge from Liverpool, 98 points, 97 or whatever it was Liverpool got. So I think that was a great achievement. But I would have Jose above because what he did with Porto
I'm not
and
hating
Inter.
on him because I hate Pep, by the way. Pep's a
Yeah.
great manager. I'll say this though: if Pep went to an AC Milan and resurrected them, if he went to Dortmund and made them win the league or a Champions League, if he went to one of those kind of teams, if he went to like Lyon or Marseille, like just to say like another kind of level of team, if he went to those kind of teams and made them champions of that league, I would personally put him ahead of Jose because his football is also so much better. So yeah.
I just want to say something. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
No, I was just gonna say, can I go next because I've got to go to work. But basically, I think I have to back my man Pep. I love Pep. I'm a massive Pep fan. I can't. I think the thing is with Pep is he does improve every team he goes to. So I think if he did go to AC Milan, he's improving them. Whether they win the league, who knows? But he's definitely going to improve them, and he improves our players as well. If you look at the players before Pep came and after he came, people like Aguero, you didn't think Aguero could get better, but he has, strangely. So it's like, I think he gets a lot of stick from fans, and I think he doesn't really deserve it. I think obviously going back to back is not easy. Not many managers have done it. It's kind of just seen as, oh well, he spent money. But, you know, the Premier League is a big money league and most people do spend money. Okay, we spend a lot, but people are saying in terms of squad depth, oh, we've got injuries. And then they're saying City spends so much money. So it's like you're going to have one problem or another. You're either going to overspend and have a decent squad, or you're going to underspend. And then if there's a few injuries to your squad, your season's done. So I think
Liverpool.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. If Liverpool spent what City had, we wouldn't be having these problems now. It's that simple. And it's not like City actually do have a maximum budget for a player and they don't go above it. So we've missed out on a few players because they refuse to go over. I think Diaz is broken now, or was it Mahrez? One of them.
Mahrez.
You missed out on Van Dijk.
Yeah,
they missed out on Van Dijk, Maguire, Fred, Jorginho, Sanchez.
So it's not like people say he's got an open checkbook. Yeah, okay, he can buy who he wants, but like they were saying about Man United, they recognise that City play a lot of games, and if one injury happens, he needs a good enough squad. So I think, as well as us spending a lot of money, we've overspent for certain players, but we've also underspent for players. I think Torres looked brilliant for 20 mil. So you just got to look at things like that. He's not just spending 100 mil on every player he gets, but I think, you know, and he will take responsibility for spending. He doesn't pretend that he hasn't spent. But I just think Pep's record in general, if you look at how many trophies he's won, and he actually won things as a player as well, I just have to bet Pep. But Jose, I will say, obviously what he's done is phenomenal because he's taken teams that had no right to win the Champions League. Even Man United, did he win the Europa? I think it was. Yeah, Man United had no right to win that.
No.
That's
the listen. I see what you're doing there.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on. I know you have to go soon.
Thank you.
Sorry, guys. We're running a little bit behind schedule. We should have been done through all the teams by now.
But
we still got Chelsea.
To talk about Man United, fam.
I know. Man United, man.
Yeah, but we still got to talk about Chelsea and a little bit of Arsenal. But I'll quickly, Maya and Callum, what do you think about the Pep and Mourinho debate? Because that debate's going to go on even after they retire.
Before my answers, can you give an answer before Jose joined and after? Because your mind might change now that he's your manager.
No, same answer. I actually have to back everything that you said in that if you look at being a manager and a coach, Jose Mourinho for me is the ultimate manager. He is an incredible manager. Like, he knows what to do. He tactically understands, I think, making decisions, etc., things like that. Whereas if you look at the style of play that Pep has footballers playing and teams playing, I enjoy the football that a lot of the time he has teams playing as opposed to the football that Jose Mourinho has teams playing. I think that if you had to say to me, you can either have Pep or Jose as a manager at your team, if you'd have said that a year ago, when Poch was leaving, I probably would have taken Pep, because I enjoyed the football that Poch had us playing so much, and I wanted us to continue. Not to say that Jose doesn't have teams playing good football, because he has teams playing football that will win things, but I just would have taken Pep because of that style of play. There's just something about it. But
you guys used to play like that.
Yeah.
You guys used to play like that. It's your history of Tottenham. The Huddle and what's his name, Glenn Huddle back in the day and everything.
You think that Pep can just take that style of football to the next level, which he does at teams. But I'm not complaining now that Jose's come in. I have really enjoyed having him as a manager.
You when you said he's the ultimate, you mean the ultimate below Sir Alex? Like that's what you mean, yeah?
I didn't mean the best ever. I just meant in
that. Cool. Yeah. Cool with that.
He will go down as one of the best managers to ever live, and not the best at all, by nowhere near the best, but one of the best because of what he can achieve, managerial wise.
Okay, no, that's cool. Whenever people say like things about managers and say the GOAT or they're set, I'm like, the GOAT below Sir Alex.
We all know who the GOAT is. I'm not.
Why don't you ask Callum, Jose or Klopp?
That's easy. That's easy. Come on.
What?
No.
What do you mean? What? Come on.
Wait. What is it?
Well, you know what it is. You know what? Look what I'm wearing, bro.
No,
German efficiency all day, bro.
Okay. Take Liverpool out of it. If you had to pick one manager out of those two managers for Liverpool,
So Pep and Mourinho,
the best.
Okay, no.
It's a tough one for me.
They retire tomorrow. Forget about Liverpool or anything biases with Liverpool. Just they retire tomorrow. Who's going down as a greater manager?
Out of who? Sorry.
Out of Pep and Mourinho.
Pep and
not Klopp and Mourinho.
No. I know the answer with Klopp. Let's be honest.
No. Answer. No. You answer.
That sounded like some shade. I'm not gonna lie. That sounded like a bit of shade.
I know. You can't ask somebody to. You can't include their manager. Let's just talk about this.
If Oli and Mourinho retire tomorrow,
let's be honest. I would have argued Arsene Wenger, and I still wouldn't have a leg to stand on.
No, you wouldn't have.
Yeah,
surely not.
Igal would have.
Oh, Igal would have, innit?
No shade. Who's the better manager between those two?
This is a tough one. So I get everything Jan was saying before she left. However, I still do think it's an open checkbook, even though they have a quote unquote sort of maximum price. When you can go into one summer and sign 3 fullbacks, all at premium prices, I don't think there's really a budget there. And I have to look at what Pep's won, and I can't take away from what he's won, because even though you've got the great players there, you still have to coach a team and you still got to keep them motivated, and the philosophy and the way he had them playing was phenomenal. However, I asked myself, could other managers like Poch, for example, like Klopp, could they have made that Barcelona team win things? Yeah, I do think they could have. When it comes to Mourinho, for all of his flaws as a person sometimes and some of the stuff he's done as a manager, you have to respect what he's done. Like, you have to. And again, I asked, and I think, KJ, you said it perfectly, and I always use this as an example. If you went and put Pep in a team, for example, and I hate to use my own team, but Liverpool, when Klopp took over Liverpool, we were a state. I don't think Pep could do that with a team, whereas I think Mourinho has a better chance than Pep does. They both spend a lot of money, but I think Mourinho has a better chance, because if you don't get specialist players in Pep's system, I think the system falters. For that reason, I think Mourinho slightly ahead of Pep right now.
Okay. So now we've answered that. We're going to move on to another team that technically is only 3 points ahead of us, but they're in a title challenge because they are backed by Roman's army, and they can go out in January and strengthen if they need to. Chelsea. And Monster was supposed to be on, but Monster flopped. Gem was supposed to be on, but Gem flopped. So it's okay.
Monster said his wife was keeping him hostage, or his girlfriend.
I know.
Monster saw us on the stream. That's what it was. Monster saw us on the stream.
Callum was going for a hat trick.
Yeah.
Callum. So I was just going to show you guys. They've come on a good run of form. They've picked up some wins, some needed wins. after that, after their early shakiness, they picked it up, and you can see here with Sheffield United 4-1, Burnley, Manchester United draw. The 3-3 obviously was a weird one against Southampton, and then the 4-0 win versus Crystal Palace. Ever since Mendy came in, they're a different team. Are you guys buying it? Are they title contenders? And do you think they could I think if they're close enough for the title, they're gonna do something we all can't, which is go out and spend that money like crazy in January. I'm not making fun of them, but I'm just saying if they needed it,
can I jump in with this one?
I'll be quick with mine again. I'm gonna
go on, bro. Go on.
Can they win the league? Well, why not, fam? Look at this season, fam. It's freaking shambles, bruv. So of course they can go win the league. Will they? I don't think they will. But hey, man, when you've got like Magic Ziyech and you got Werner the Burner and like that Havertz kid, fam, I haven't got a name for him yet, but he will get a name at some point. Why not, fam? When you got Big Frank, you know what I'm saying? Fat Frank and that, you know what I'm saying? They need you got the KGB agents as well, all around the clubs doing a madness for them. Like, it could happen, man. It could happen. Frank's a good manager. He's a good young manager, should I say? He's getting them playing here and there. So you know what? I don't know. Who knows, fam? This season's a freaking write-off, fam. So I don't care who wins the league right now.
The season.
KJ, did you say you gotta go, KJ?
No. I'm just saying I was gonna be quick with my answer in it. Like,
okay.
They can win it, innit? Judge.
Okay.
One thing I will ask about Chelsea, and again, I know people probably think I'm a Chelsea hater because of the back and forth me and Monster have and all that. But
you're a Liverpool fan. You're supposed to be a Chelsea hater.
Yeah.
We lived through the 2000s.
Wait, that's Ram's job, fam. That's Ram's job.
No, but it's Liverpool fans. 2000s, Liverpool, but Rafa and Jose.
That was the battle.
That was a madness.
Yeah, that was a battle.
Let's be honest.
But one thing I will ask:
here, we hate Liverpool. Everyone will say they hate Liverpool. Everyone will say they hate Manchester United. Everyone will say they hate Spurs. But the real rivalry
is
between the London team.
I like Spurs.
Maya probably has hatred for Chelsea as a Spurs fan, right? And then I would, and then Callum, because of the whole situation with Stevie G, definitely.
Yeah.
Right?
When Callum,
not that one.
When Callum threw bricks at his house and threatened him so he didn't leave for Chelsea. I saw you.
I will not confirm my whereabouts that night. No, but shall I tell you what's with Chelsea? They picked up some good results. However, if I was to ask you who Chelsea's big test been this season, you'd say it's Liverpool, Man United, and Southampton because of Southampton's current position. And they flopped in all of those games, in my opinion. And then you look at the teams they've won against. I might be mistaken, but none of those teams were in the top 10 at the time of playing them. So have they really exceeded expectations, or have they done what they're meant to do as a team that went out and bought the world in the summer? I think they've done what they're meant to do, but against the bigger teams, we haven't seen them do anything yet. That, to me, suggests they're ready to mount a serious title challenge. Top four for me, they're guaranteed top four.
Yeah.
But in terms of mounting a serious challenge, you've got to show me something against the likes of Liverpool, Man City, Man United, Arsenal, Tottenham. Like, you've got to show me something, and they haven't so far. So I don't think they're there yet. And I think Lampard as a manager, he's got a lot to prove, in my opinion. A lot to prove.
I think if you gave Lampard, if you swap Lampard right now with Mourinho, or you swapped him with Klopp, or you swapped him even with Ancelotti right now, they would be title contenders, and they're going to win that. But the fact that it's him, we still can question them based on their manager. But Maya, Neeks, you guys haven't added in on this yet. What do you guys think? I'll let Maya go first.
Talk Sport General.
I think they'll get top four. Yeah, I think with the squad of players that they have now, it's impossible. Like, if they don't, then they're in a really, really sticky place. And obviously, we know that Frank's young and he does have a lot to prove with the amount that he's spent. But I still think Frank or me there, if you've got players there, even in one window that have come to, what was it, 300 mil plus, then you need to be in the top four at least. But thankfully, I do think they will get that. Title contention is something different. I think that a bit like what Callum was saying, it's a bit like Tottenham as well. There hasn't really been a test there, and when there has been, they haven't proven themselves. And as much as you think that the small games shape a season, it's the big ones that are really gonna shape whether that team will win win the title, come fourth, come in the top 6. So I think that for me, Chelsea are too inconsistent to win the title. However, I do think they have a strong enough squad to get top 4. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
First, let me just shout out Emmanuel here. Shout out from Nigeria. Big up to you, bro.
Emmanuel, what happened against Sierra Leone? You had 2 games and you couldn't win one. You were 4-0 up. Talk to me. I'm coming for all of them. Where's Prime?
Where's Prime?
Anita. Have hope. Where you at, man?
Neeks, bro. What do you say?
Great. Big up Jamaica. Beat Saudi Arabia 2-1.
Come on.
Big up Somalia. Almost qualified for the African Cup, but then we lost. It's okay.
big you up.
You're the most positive guy that I actually know. We got them up. They almost got there, but we failed.
Bro, we won a game. Do you know how big that is? With Ahmed from Saudi Arabia, we won a game. Big up to them, bro. Somalia has a national team.
I love you, man.
But yeah, what are you saying about Chelsea?
I think the same reason why I think Spurs can win the title is the same reason why I think Chelsea, or the opposite reason why I think Chelsea can't win the title, is the manager. Jose, you cannot discount Jose Mourinho, but I think you can discount Frank Lampard. Of course, you can do a shock and it's like, whoa, yeah, you done it. But there's nothing, I haven't seen enough from him to say that he can take a team on a title challenge. Like, or not a title challenge, win the title. Win the title, unless you've won the title and lived through it, you realize this thing is hard. This thing is not easy. And I know last year, obviously, Liverpool blew it away, so it's easy. But the year before, Callum knows how hard it was. Like, you go into every game,
bruv,
and it's pressure. It is like...
I aged that. Nah, I'm not even joking. I aged that year. I aged.
Like, winning the
title, man, you're shining because you guys won.
No, bro, I'm still wearing the battle scars, man. I'm still wearing the scars.
Win a title takes something else, and you have to look through the Chelsea team. You've got N'Golo Kante,
won the league.
Aspilicueta, he doesn't start
the league.
Aspilicueta, he doesn't play. He's not going to be part of the squad like that. Thiago Silva, they got 3 players who are.
Ziyech has won his league as well.
Yeah.
Timo Werner won the championship in Germany.
In Austria.
No, he didn't.
In Leipzig, no?
No, Leipzig won.
He
did a title challenge and fell off in the end.
Yeah.
With Navigator.
Leipzig have never actually won a league by I think the 3rd division or something like that.
Wow.
And 2, they bought Timo Werner when they was in the championship in the Bundesliga anyway. So
they've got 2 players in their starting lineup who are Premier top quality winners in Thiago Silva and N'Golo Kante. But the rest of the team is very young, very inexperienced, and all put together, a lot of them anyway, this season. There's so many things that need to fall into place immediately for them to actually win the league. And you can't do that. Tell me all the teams that have won the league after the next year, after spending millions on a new squad. From back to front, they've got a new squad. It doesn't happen like that. Those squads are generally built slowly over a period of time. And then when you've got a Frank Lampard, who's now has to put that together, I think it's just too much. I expect them to get top 4. I think, as Danny puts it, they'll do an Arsenal-like title challenge where you get to about March, Champions League comes back round, and you just start dropping points in this competition, knocked out of that one, and then you say, all right, we just take top 4 and we go again next year. I think that's what you're going to get with Chelsea this year.
Nick, I agree with you on a lot of those points.
All of it.
One thing we're missing is that you didn't mention. What they're doing is they're setting themselves up when Liverpool is coming at the end of their reign. They're setting themselves up for when Man City comes to the end of their reign. They're buying a lot of young players that is going to develop and going to be superstars or best of their generation, with Kai Havertz, with Ziyech, with Timo Werner. These are up-and-coming players that can be better than what they already had. They replaced Willian immediately with a Ziyech. That's an upgrade right away. And looking at the future, which some of the signings our clubs have been making are win now.
We should have been there, fam. That's what pisses me off.
Yeah, our signings have been win now signings, where their signings are win in 2 years' time, 3 years' time.
Win what, fam? Win what, bro? What are Arsenal and United winning?
Wait, did you put Arsenal? Sorry, I missed that. That went over my head.
You said we.
You're cheeky.
No, let's be honest.
I'm being honest.
You get what I'm saying, though. a David Luiz signing is not a signing that you're going to win the league with. Where what they're doing is they're signing guys. Oh, Gem's here, perfect. We got a Chelsea guy. What I'm saying is they're signing guys that can help them win the league in 2-3 years time.
No, I agree. I agree. But right
Gem,
now,
what are you saying,
right
bro?
now,
Gem, you're muted, bro.
Yeah, it's probably even ready. But yeah,
Okay.
Arsenal ain't coming anywhere near.
Oh man, he's
Yeah.
cut. Okay, I think
gonna go. Arsenal in bad shape. I'm not gonna lie, you go, man. I didn't want to bring it to your attention.
Do we just end the video?
Oh, we were talking about Arsenal, haven't we?
Yeah, no.
We can end the video right now, guys.
No. This is why I came on the show, bro. This is why I'm here.
1 second.
We need to speak about Arsenal.
1 second. We spoke about Liverpool. We spoke about Chelsea. We spoke about United. We spoke about Tottenham. I think that's it, right? No, that's it. No. Okay. Let's speak about this. So you got Sheffield United where Pepe showed up and he scored a goal. You got Man City where we almost drew. Man City where we almost drew. Leeds where we almost drew. And then Man United where we showed up and we got an away win, first time in 15
you guys didn't show up. We gave you a win. That's what. Look at that. Look at that whole schedule, and we're the one that they beat. Oh,
yeah. Chelsea
KJ, before the Arsenal game, and people were like, and Neeks, you were too you're too loud. I said, no, I wasn't loud. I was
Man
right.
said he's gonna slit his throat, you know.
I said Arsenal are so dead. If we lose to them, I might slit my throat. And I stand by that comment. I stand by it. They are so
Neeks,
dead.
I'm blaming you for this. I told you about the judge, and you didn't listen to me.
I don't care.
KJ, you're like David, mate. As soon as you say something bad happens. That's what you're like, mate.
I said if you keep putting down Arsenal, they will turn up and beat you somehow.
KJ,
and they did it, and no one listened to me.
I had it in my drafts for about 2 days. I was like, I can't tweet this because it's going to come back. I said, nah, this team's so dead, I have to tweet it. I don't care. They're so dead. And I said, if we lose to them, it just shows how bad we are.
It's embarrassing, mate.
We're good. It's embarrassing. It is embarrassing.
I'll leave it. Can I get my soliloquy out of the way and you guys can respond? Let me get my soliloquy
because you're going to be all positive. You're going to be all positive.
I'm going to break it down to you guys, okay? We lost 4 games and we still are 3 points away from Chelsea, who's in a
we're still there.
That's one. 2.
Don't put your team in
Liverpool game.
Your team with my team, bro.
Callum, you watched that Liverpool game. If Lacazette had his shooting boots on, it would have been. If
my grandma had wheels, she'd be a bike.
It would have been 2-2. Okay. And
no. Let me just stop you there, Igal, because if Robbo didn't have that unlucky ricochet, you wouldn't even have got a goal.
Callum, don't burst his bubble, bruv, man. Just leave him. Allow him.
No, but he's a friend, innit? Like, if I was doing something bad, I'd want my friends to pull me aside and say, you know what, Cal? Enough's enough. Igal, Mikel Pulis ain't the answer. He's not the answer.
It's also Pulis, fam. It's a whole type of
Mikel Pulis ain't the answer.
Okay, let me tell you why he's the answer, though. Let me tell you why he's the answer. I as a fan have accepted the fact.
Question. If he's
I have accepted the fact that we are in a. I've accepted the fact that we're in a hard rebuild. This is not a situation where we can win the league or even challenge for the league anytime soon. So with that in question, I've accepted the fact that we need a manager, even though he's a novice. He just came into a job. He hasn't gotten experience. Everyone starts from somewhere. Pep started from somewhere.
Your boss said he's going to win the Champions League in the next 3 seasons, mate.
Yeah, but that is a process.
They're not even going to be in the Champions League.
No, that was.
Listen. Let him finish, please.
I said there is a logic behind the team that we have right now is not going to be the same team we have in 3 years' time. We have a lot of young players coming up. We've signed like 7 youth players. We've been focused on winning and hitting that window of opportunity between when City and Liverpool are done and the next team comes up. So we want to hit that opportunity. We're not trying to win right now. No, I'm being dead down.
You know, you said there's 7 youth players. Yeah, you do know like 6 of them are dead, fam. That's the issue. Like, the issue is, you're building this whole team, like waiting for this window to come. By the time the window comes, you're still going to be crap because you got Nketiah and Willock and them and there being in your team.
Preach, KJ,
I'm
preach.
sorry, fam. I'm sorry.
It
would make sense. No, it would make sense if you had La Carrington, bro. If you had like the Chelsea academy, but it would make sense. This window you're looking for. But I'm sorry, your academy is dead, fam.
Bro, they got Joe Willock. What are you talking about?
We have as much as you guys make fun of us, we have the core of a good team in
don't.
In Gabriel.
No.
Hear me out. In our three main players in our team right now, Gabriel, Partey, and Aubameyang are pieces you can build a team around. And that is
not Aubameyang.
Wait. Aubameyang is basically Ozil right now. Man's on holiday, fam.
Yeah, since he signed the thing, he said, "I'm done."
Partey's just come here to have a party, fam. Ain't here fam. We just here to have a good time in London. And Gabriel, we already know Gabriel's a charlatan, fam. I've been saying this for a time. As soon as you move to a back four, it'll be over for you, man, fam. I'm telling you.
I mean,
wait, listen, man will be shouldering the ball into his own net and that because man can't head a ball properly.
Did anyone know Gabriel before he moved to Arsenal?
Nobody.
I don't even remember him, bro.
I'm not gonna lie to you. He wasn't on my radar. I'll tell you that.
Exactly.
He wasn't.
The only Gabriel Arsenal fans knew was the Brazilian they actually had a few years back. And
Get your laughter out now. Because in years time, you won't be laughing at us anymore.
All right, cool. No, listen, you say trust the process. Yeah, what process, fam? Your club is dead, fam. They're right by something. Or you think our owners are bad, yeah, and our structures bad. Yo, man, you man have got a fraud in Edu, man, being a DOF, fam. Man went out to Brazil in the favelas. Like, yo, Edu, you need a job, fam. Let me go take you out of the favelas.
Let's get it right. KJ, let's get it right. Man want to criticize Paul Pogba. You man are investigating internally your record signing. You
you know why? Let me tell you why though. Because the man was lining his pockets. The man got sacked. The man got sacked.
You man are suddenly doing up fraud up in your club, you know? Doing up fraud.
This is why you got to give it to teams like Spurs because they have signed all these players and they have them on low wages. What we've done is absolutely ridiculous. We've gone out of our way to pay guys this much money. Like Said Kolasinac is on more money than Dele Alli. Like that's
you begged them. You're begging. You're begging, bro.
You know what's mad? They bought Willian in the summer and they convinced themselves that they got Chelsea's best player. They convinced themselves. And what's worse? Forget the Robbie thing where Robbie said that he's better than Ziyech. Like he put you lot in mud.
No, he didn't say that.
He did.
No, I got to hear this shit. No.
But what's worse than that? Man got 2 assists on his debut against Fulham, and you lot said next coming of Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
guys.
All you got was Judas.
Guys, I'm gonna brace myself. Maya, as a Spurs fan, what do you think about what's going on at Arsenal?
At least Maya.
I love it.
She's loving it.
I'm not complaining at all. I don't know. Like I don't know what it is. I always, even though it's Arsenal. I probably shouldn't say this, but it's always nice to see a fresh new face. I'm not a huge fan of recycled managers that are playing outdated football. So I am a fan of the likes of Arteta.
Wait, so you're okay with a fresh new face playing outdated football? Is that what you're telling me, bro?
I like a fresh new manager coming in and injecting fresh ideas and playing an exciting way of football. But the way that Arsenal play football and I always thought that it was a build at Arsenal, and you know what, it is definitely a build. You're going through a transitional period, but that should be a period of figuring things out and throwing your body on the line and trying new things. But at the minute it's not. It's safe, and safe isn't even good. Like, I get when you're playing safe and you're playing well, but you're not even playing well, so I don't get what the
it's what you call rugby tactics. You know, when you're in line.
No. Okay.
Listen, you're
I like what Maya's saying. Go on, Maya.
I just think if you're going to take a risk and come in and be a young manager playing fresh, exciting football and making big signings, and I like that. If it doesn't work, then at least you've tried. But what Arteta is doing is not that, and I just think it's boring. Like, you've been given a chance here to manage a huge club. Give it your all, and I really don't feel like he is. I feel like he's getting God knows what out of some of the flipping Lacazette, Pepe. These man are honestly, they're making a
As much
mockery
as
of
you want to
the
make
game.
You know what your
fun,
team is, yeah?
no,
Your team is
1
the
second,
nun. Your
KJ.
team is a nun who wears a chastity belt,
KJ.
who also works in a nunnery in the Isle of Man, fam. Like, you know what I mean? No one even lived there.
KJ, as much as you guys want to make fun of what's going on at Arsenal, the reason why he's playing the way he's playing is because at the back end of the season last year, it worked for us, and he thought it would continue to work, but we've been found out a little bit. Let's be honest.
6
And
games in a gal.
That's why he needs to change it up. He needs to play Aubameyang up top as the main goal, as the main striker. And as much as you guys are making fun of Aubameyang, the reason the man has been playing out wide from last season ever since Arteta came in, and he still had a shot to get golden boot. Get the golden boot.
But when I was telling man that he needs to go through the middle, you were saying no, but he's still scoring. I said, yeah, that was just the result because he's such a good player, but it's not sustainable.
He wanted the contract.
Yes.
Aubameyang's not Ozil, okay? Get it straight.
He is.
What happened with Ozil? What happened with Ozil is completely different from what happened with Aubameyang.
All you need to do
Aubameyang
all you need to do is get him to like fight for justice, and he's basically Ozil. That man was
Aubameyang is you can compare Aubameyang's situation more to a Jamie Vardy. He can help us transition to our next team that we have. Where Jamie Vardy won the league.
Aubameyang's won Jamie Vardy's won the Premier League.
He's only there because no one came in for him.
AJ,
yeah.
He won the Premier League with that team. That team has now pretty much completely changed, and he's still been there. Aubameyang can be our piece that can lead us through this tough period and be our main goal scorer. That's what I'm thinking.
He already has been. He ain't got to prove that, has he? If he didn't have his goals last season, he would have finished 15th, mate. Like, you forget yourself.
You guys should have bought another striker in the summer.
Yeah.
One that would play underneath Aubameyang. I don't disagree with you. Aubameyang should be playing for the middle. You really should be having Martinelli on the left and whoever on it. You should have bought another right winger as well who's not Willian. Also, Martinelli and Saka on the wings and then Aubameyang up front. What you need to buy is an actual striker who's younger, like Esmond Udward, who can learn off Aubameyang. So by the time he retires or leaves or whatever, you don't have to be scrounging around Europe for a new striker who's West Ham.
They got Nketiah. Don't worry
about it. No. 1 second, Neeks. You guys call me crazy, but I genuinely believe with Saka, Martinelli, and the core of players that I mentioned earlier, we have maybe 5 or 6 players that could be in a team that could challenge eventually. But right now, eventually, we have 5 pieces to a team that can.
Yeah, exactly, Maya.
Yeah, right? We still need 6 pieces.
If you look at United and the core players that they have, that they could be building a team around, they should be challenging, but they're not. So it's what is it?
Yeah.
Listen, Arsenal have been rebuilding since they left Highbury.
10 years ago, 15 years ago.
2006.
2006. 14 years.
Oh my
God.
God.
I have no faith in Arsenal winning any major trophy. You didn't win it. Listen, I don't even know what to say. Arsenal are not ever challenging.
Keep laughing.
I'm saying,
you've said it that the board is not good enough at Arsenal and United. So if we have no faith in our team and our board, why do you, fam?
It's different. At Manchester United, you don't have the whole backroom staff change. We have Edu as the main lead scout now. We have Per Mertesacker leading the academy. We have Arteta head manager. Everything has changed from the back room. So that gives me confidence.
Look at the quality you've used to replace these man. Who is Edu in this game, fam? Who is Per Mertesacker in this game?
The lead. Before he came in, he was the first guy to come back to Brazil and bring them back.
When's the last time they won the Copa America? When's the last time they won the World Cup?
They won the Copa America the last.
Yeah, they won it. They won it last time.
Was Edu there?
Edu was the man who created that team that won the Copa America.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
okay.
Wait, I don't know if you created that.
He was there for 4 years. They won they after the World Cup. He was there for one World Cup. They did not perform well, and then he won the Copa. He won the Copa America.
So he was there in the World Cup where they did.
So they were World Cup then when they got smashed.
That was the World Cup where they got piped up by Germany, right?
No.
That was Russia.
Belgium. What you call it?
Edu had Listen, Edu had a Gabriel Jesus playing through the middle, and Tite, the manager, said that can't work. Put him on the wing.
Guys, get your laughter out now. Guys, get your laughter out now, because I genuinely believe, with the bottom of my heart, that Arsenal, in a year's time from now, you guys will not be laughing at us ever again.
You got nothing left, mate.
Don't say that.
No, I
Then you might wait a sec. Can I just say something? This is what you said to me the other day. You went to me, why is it that rival fans always come for us as fans? Is it us? Do we set high expectations for our club? Look what you've just done again. What are you setting yourself
you guys
up
don't
for?
set expectations for us. So I generally back my team, and I expect us to win every single game, even though you guys don't expect us to win.
So hang on.
I expect us to beat Tottenham. I expect us to beat.
Why are you confused when people come after you? Come after us.
I don't care.
Take this crap.
Why are you
Take this crap anymore. You set yourself up for this crap, man.
I heard when you get angry on the Chelsea show at David.
Oh, he's another deluded idiot as well. I can't do that.
No.
I can't even believe he's fucking Aaron fan.
Guys.
You lot are pissing Jem off.
Hey, if I told you 4 years ago, when Liverpool, after they got their title challenge, that they would be this amazing team right now, would you guys have been shocked?
Yes, and we laughed at that. Wait. At that time, we laughed. When they finished fourth, we laughed. When they finished second, we laughed. Even when they just won the league, we laughed because it's COVID blood. Hey, yo, just accept the fact rivals will laugh at you no matter what, fam. It's just part of the game.
What I mean is the whole. Okay, to me, what
we had a Klopp. You don't have a Klopp.
I try to compare though, Callum. I compare the situation.
No, but don't, Gal. You're better than that. Gal, forget the stream. We're not live anymore, Gal. I'm speaking to you as a friend. He's not Klopp, bro. Like, Arteta's cool. He's got a nice trim. He wears his clothes nice.
You can tell stuff, fam. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm like, if I had a sister and she brought home Arteta, I'd be over the moon, bro. Yeah, I'd be over the moon. I'd be like, oh yeah, clean cut guy. I like him. He looks like he's doing his thing. But if Liverpool hired Arteta, this shirt right here would be getting put in a wardrobe somewhere, way at the back. Way at the back. Bro, Arteta's not the guy.
Intervention? Like, what are you guys doing?
I'm trying. No, Igal, I don't want you to go through this anymore. I don't.
No. We need him to.
This is what I am.
No, we don't.
Do you know why I am the way I am? The reason why I'm the way I am is because I'm a homer. I grew up watching a team that was garbage my whole entire life, and Arsenal was the team. Arsenal was the team that was the winner in my life. Arsenal was the team that I had. That was the team that was winning constantly, week in, week out. That I could watch and win games. I was supporting a basketball team that would win 25 games in an 82-game season. Okay, and now everything's flipped. And my life's gone upside down.
That's what it is. No, it is. He's got the Toronto Raptors gas from them winning the thing. I'm like, it could be Arsenal as well. Yeah, we can do it too.
He wants like one little rim trimmer. We're going around.
Arsenal have become the team that is struggling, and my Toronto Raptors, they were the team that was terrible the whole entire life.
Who's Arsenal's Kawhi? Who's Arsenal's Kawhi?
What we should be doing is praying for a gal. That's what he's saying. This is a bit of sympathy, guys.
Gal, come to the Church of Vibes. We can pray for you, bro.
Yeah, guys, you guys are great, bro. Thanks for coming on.
We spoke about Chelsea.
We're gonna wrap it on.
Is that done?
Oh yeah, we did speak about Chelsea, but Jem, you weren't here. No one was here to represent Chelsea. What do you think? Do you think Chelsea can win the title this year?
If you want my honest opinion, I need to see us do a bit more. I'm not going to say anything yet. I think I need to see us. Number one, I need to see us against the top six. I haven't seen enough for us to say.
I like Jem.
That we can win the title. Yeah, we need to beat the top six. We're playing well against lower league teams, and that's good because you still need to win them games throughout a season. However, you've still got to beat the top six. Do you know what I mean? To then be serious title contenders. So for me, I need to see a bit more. Give it December, January, and come back to me. I'll let you know.
Okay, guys. Big up to everybody coming on. Neeks, tell the people where they can catch you, bro.
Neeks Sports, everywhere, all the social media, subscribe and all that. Big up Lewis Hamilton.
Yes, big up.
7 times.
Yeah, bro, that guy put the sport on the map for me. I'm not gonna lie to you. I never watched it before him.
Greatest. And obviously, big up Chris Gale.
He is the greatest.
Callum, Big up to you, bro. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, so you can. My personal social media is just at Callum Sanderson. Also representing Team Kopish, so Team Kopish on all the platforms as well. And yeah, Gal, thanks for having me on, man. Much appreciated. It's been fun.
Yeah, bro. Big up to you, bro. And I like your boxing thing that you're doing in UFC. That was big.
Oh, bless you, bro. Thank you, man.
Thanks,
Appreciate
it. Yo, Jem, tell the
Yes,
people
bro.
they can catch you, bro. Your new channel.
Yeah, so the new channel on YouTube is GNA TV, and then on Twitter you've got me at CFC_Gem.
Yeah, and Maya, are you still there? Or is it frozen? Oh no, it's not frozen.
Yo, Talk Sports said enough now, Maya. Time to come off the stream.
Oh man, anything you see, this is what happens when you talk about Arsenal around Spurs.
Yeah,
they
just killed her, bruv. Killed her.
It's at my Graham on absolutely everything. Mostly use Twitter, so yeah, give me a follow.
Catch her on Talk Sport Monday morning
Yes,
with
well
Alan
done on that.
Brazil.
Congrats, Maya.
That time with Maya.
Soon we're gonna have to contact her through an agent. Like
I know.
What's going on?
Wait, Maya would be cutting off them Brexit man off the line and that. You know what I'm saying?
There you go. Yeah, and then big up to KJ, this guy has the best energy. Honestly, this is my guy right here, bro.
Vibes.
KJ, tell him, bro, what's going on?
All right, okay. Follow me at Illy_KJ. Road to 100K in that. 100K? No, I dream. 1K. Road to 1K on Twitter, please. So guys, go follow me on that. Go over to the Football Terrace where you find me the most. And on Sunday nights, 12 a.m. We've got Midnight Vibes. My podcast on there. It's a great time. Just as you saw here. Me just having a good time, maybe rant about United, maybe shout Viva la Resistance. You know what I'm saying? You never know what we get with Midnight Vibes. And also go over to the Football Terrace Clips channel, subscribe to that to get the best moments. And you'll see Igal. You'll see Igal on the Clips channel doing what Igal does and making us all laugh. And
I'm not a comedian. I just speak.
You are
call me the voice of fact. But yeah, anyways, the biggest intro on the Football Terrace. You guys already seen it. Check it out. And then oh man, big tune still. But hey, I'm out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Big up to everybody. Thanks for coming on. And we're out of here. Peace out, people. Nice. What's going on, everybody? I need you guys to go check out my channel and subscribe if you're new. And don't forget to subscribe, hit that button, and hit that notification bell while you're at it, ladies and gentlemen.